So today we are going to look at how to create a foreign key. So if you want to create a table, so this is the command to create a table: create table and the name of the table. So this our table is at level 200. So you open the bracket, then you give the column names. So the first column is student ID, the data type is int, and the constraint is what? Not now. The next column is what? First name, data type is varchar. The next column is last name, and this is the data type varchar. The next column is what? Age, and the data type is int, and the primary key for this table level 200 is what? Student ID. Then you close the bracket and terminate it. So let's copy this, and so I've created a table, a database. The name of this database is Acropon. So let me paste the command here. So the command is create table. So this is the name of our table, level 200, and these are the columns: student ID, first name, last name, and age. And we are saying that the primary key for this table is a student ID. So when you are done, click on this execute button. So there's a problem here. So let's bring that. So let's run it again. So now the table is created. So you go to the schema here. So it is always like this. So if you click on the schema, it opens, then you come down, then you see tables. You click on the down arrow here. Okay, so let's refresh it. So if you refresh it, then you see the table you just created, level 200. And if you click on the columns, so you see student ID, first name, last name, and these are the columns. You can also check the constraint. You see that we have a primary key here. So then let's look at the second table. So the second table, the name of the table is teacher. So the same command. So teacher is the name of the table, and these are the columns. So teacher ID, and is the primary key for this table called teacher, and these are the column names. So teacher subject, teacher name, and student ID here. So this is where you have to pay attention. So this student ID, the first table, student ID here, level 200 table, the student ID was what? Or the primary key here. So the primary key here is a student ID from this table. But if you come to the second table, which is the teacher table, the primary key for the teacher table is a teacher ID, but you still have a column which is a student ID, which was a primary key for the level 200 table, but it is it has come here as a column name here at the teacher's table. So this is what you call a foreign key, a column which is what a primary key in one table, but it's not a primary key in another table. Here, this table, the primary key is what teacher ID, but this student ID is just what is just a column. So we call it what a foreign key. So we say the foreign key. The foreign key is what student ID here because it was what a primary key in what in table called level 200, but in the teacher table it is no longer a primary key. So the name given to a column which is a primary key in one table but is not a primary key in another table is what you call a foreign key. So we say foreign key. The foreign key is what is the student ID. Why is it a foreign key? Because it is a primary key in what? In another table. So we are saying that it is referencing which table? It is referencing level 200 because in level 200 table, the student ID was what was the primary key there. So let's copy this and come and paste it here. So create table. So we have teacher ID. That's the primary key. Then teacher subject, teacher name, student ID. And we are saying that the student ID is the foreign and it is referencing which table? Level 200. So let's run it. So you see that the table is created. So let's refresh the table. So now we have this is the first table, level 200. So when you scroll down, then we have the second table, which is the teacher. So you can click here, then let's click on the columns. So you see the column, teacher ID, teacher subject, teacher name, student ID, and let's look at the constraint. So you see that teacher. So we said that teacher ID is what is the primary key here. And look at teacher student ID. So that is the foreign key. The foreign key is what is the student ID. So this is how to create what a foreign key in what Postgres. So you have to always take note that the column which is a primary key in one table, when you bring it to another table and that column becomes what becomes a foreign key. So you have to reference it from the table that you are picking it from. So this is how to create what a foreign key in Postgres. I thank you very much for your time.